but we should have really planned better. We should be doing this in Italy.
I know.
Next time. Alicia, are you free? Next time we have a show, we'll go to Italy.
Well, we used to have this remote broadcast, and I think about that all the time. Like, I would love to bring you there and just presenting.
Well, but this is what's fun, though, is we get to bring Italy to you, and I feel so grateful. I got to go to Italy once with my dad, because he was a commercial airline pilot, and he had been flying to Rome, and so he let me tag along on, like, just a couple-day trip.
Yep.
And it's amazing when you think of the amount of history and art and heritage that comes out of Italy. What David's bringing to us is that same essence in a bracelet. This is a box link. It's a status cuff. So you get this like bold, gorgeous, you know, dare I say chunky, but also looks so easy to get on and off, and because it's got that little bit of flex, so you can get it over your wrist bone. It comes in 2 different colors. We have the white, and then we also have the yellow. And it's under $90 for really substantial.
It is so bold and beautiful.
Look how cool.
And it really is, it's made from a box, a very bold box, but each of those links moves individually. It's really amazing how they do it. And they put an inner core, just a sleek inner core of steel that has memory on it. So you have to have that. But it's so beautiful. You're looking at there is all that buttery 18 karat gold or that rhodium over it. And it's just something to me that, you know, what I'm representing here is the 3 Wishes necklace, which is jewelry with meaning, which is so popular. And then you go to a factory who specializes in the most handcrafted artisans, generation after generation factory of workers, and they do stuff like this. Now you can look here as you move that, the light's hitting off of all angles. It is not diamond cut. It's just that it's all high polished and looks great. And right now you've layered it with 3 great pieces. You have that box, which kind of sits up a little higher. You have that flush to that slip-on bangle with that blue topaz, beautiful genuine blue topaz. And then of course that tuba gas bracelet, the triple tuba gas bracelet. All 3 of these. And this is made by the same factory who makes the tuba gas. They are very good at doing certain processes, but this is something that I fell in love with. And by the way, that's white topaz on the very edge of it, on the other side.
Yes, did you see that?
Little touch of white topaz. I just did that, you know, why not finish the finishing touch? To me, I'm about details when I create product, and I said, you know what, let's do something very easy. In case you want to wear that part up.
You read my mind. If you love to wear a watch, oh, sorry, Keith, as I'm moving my wrist around, maybe you have like a dainty watch, layer it this way and it almost frames.
It looks like a little hint of diamonds in there. So I love it. And same thing with the yellow version, 18 karat gold, that layer of 18 karat gold over the bronze. It's something that I'm very proud of, and it's fluid, flexible. I'm always thinking of you. What's easy, user-friendly. I always want to make sure that you're never struggling to put on clasp, whether it's a lobster claw or whatever. And I love cuffs for this very reason. And I like cuffs that have such fluid and flexibility with memory. Now you can see it there. Each of those links is kind of domed, unlike the traditional box, which is very flat. That's what allows it to have the light. That's why we did this in beautiful different angles and stuff like that. I just fell in love with this bangle, this cuff, because it represents something in Italy that no one else has seen. They did this for us, and I love that because when you put this, when I'm at the fair, I work in a booth that they put my collection in there, my whole collection. I'm so honored. I get a window, and everyone's coming up there and asking about it, and I'm listening from afar, saying, "How can I get this?" And some of these pieces, it's exclusive, but we want to get reaction from it. And this bracelet gets so much reaction because of what it stands for, because it's not your traditional cuff. It's made out of individual links that move. Each one of those links moves, but it stays because it's got memory to it.
And you may have seen box chains before.
Yeah.
That kind of box chain, it's the Venetian box chain, right? It's very known as this like look right out of Italy. This is like this oversized, but because it's done in a cuff, you get that look and texture. So you may have other collections and pieces, maybe in silver, that's done in these box chains. Pair it with this in the bronze. It will look so good. Or introduce the yellow if you're someone that wants to start mixing metals. You know, it's funny because my mom used to always wear a 2-toned watch, and I thought that was so like, I was of the, this when I was young, but you would never mix silver and gold. And now it's like my favorite thing to do. So a fashion tip that I even got from my mom.
When it comes up close.
So if you want to start mixing metals, introduce the yellow with your silver watch, with your silver pieces.
Look at every one of these links moves individually. You see it moving there? And look at how it just, I'm going to contour it now and show you. Look at how beautiful.
It's like that supersized box link.
Yeah, and there it is there on the top, and there you see
That yellow is
those
exquisite.
stones set in there. It really is. Again,
Could you imagine that in all gold, David?
I know. Well, that's the thing I always look at. If this were all gold, it would be $6,000.
Right.
I look at every piece here and say, what if, and I have a discussion with my manufacturer, if this were in gold, what would it cost? And what would it retail for?
Yeah.
And that's why I do it this way.
And maybe across the course of your lifetime, you could get that one piece. But what fun is that? You know, that's why we love doing jewelry in bronze. It allows you to step into this kind of play of design, this, you know, different layering. Maybe you even have layer 2 of these together. Pretend this isn't here for a second. Look how pretty those are together. That's really chic.
Yes.
$22.50 on an easy payment. We do have small, average, and large. But I will say for this one too, it's nice because of that little bit of flex.
Yeah.
Putting it off and on, it's not overly rigid. You're not going to feel like it's too tight.
It's very soft because
against
it's
your
domed.
wrist.
It's kind of domed on both sides, so it's almost a round box in a way. But it's made, together. Well, two-tone is one of the hottest things happening. You got the two-tone trend there. This to me is a great layering piece. Ooh. It's a layering piece, hands down. Layering, one of the hottest things happening in all of Italy and all of jewelry. Everything's about layering.
Okay.
Every high-end magazine.
I do have to give you a little bit of an update. So there's only 100 remaining in the yellow and then, or excuse me, in the silver, and then a few more in the yellow. That's it. Special sale price. Grab it while you can. It's brand new this month, and we're already starting to get limited.
Yeah.
Some of our sizes. Okay, you've been waiting. Giving you a little early look of our one time only.
Yes.
True Italian craftsmanship. And already 100 have been spoken for. We haven't even presented it yet.